Welcome to Romeo Maths and Science class. Today we want to look at the topic plane geometry. We want to look at formation of angles. Basically, we studied that angles are formed when two or more lines meet. Now, let us look at some properties from this diagram. Now, from the diagram we see here, these two lines are parallel and there is a meeting point here, which means we can see some formation of angles there. First of all, let us look at the property combining these angles. First of all, we can say that angle A, all right, plus angle B should be equal to 180 degrees. And that is what we call angles on a straight line, all right? So angles on a straight line add up to 180 degrees, as you can see. We can also say that angle C plus angle D should also be equal to 180 degrees, as you can see here. So as angle A plus angle D should also give us 180. And we can also say that angle B plus angle C should also be equal to 180 degrees. We can also look at F and E. So angle F plus angle E should also give us 180 degrees. And all these angles here, we call it angles on a straight line. Now, let us also look at this angle here, A and C, B and D. Now, we say that angle B and angle D are equal, and that is what we call vertically opposite angles, all right? So, vertically opposite angles are equal. Therefore, we can say our A should be equal to, that is C. And also we can say that that is B should be equal to our angle D. All right. With this concept that we have here, now the point of intersection between these two lines that are parallel, let me take another line to pass through this point. And taking a line to pass through these 2 points, this line becomes parallel to this line as well. All right, so we can put our arrow here. Now I have EF. Let me put G here. All right, G, H, I here, and let me put K here. Nicely. Okay. Let us look at some relationship between these angles here with these angles that we can see here. First of all, let us compare angle C and angle D to angle H and angle G, as we can see. Now, when we take these two angles, as we can see here, they form a shape like this, all right? They form a shape like this, where this line and this line are parallel, as we can see. And this is C, this is H, all right? Now, we say that angle C plus angle, that is angle C, plus angle H should be equal to 180 degrees. And that is what we call co-interior angles, all right? Co-interior angles. When you sum two co-interior angles, it must give you 180 degrees. Again, the same property, I can see it here between D and what? That is D and G. All right, so I can also say that angle D plus angle G should be equal to what? 180 degrees, and that is what we call co-interior angles. Now, let us look at angle D and angle what? H. With angle D and angle H, we are going to form a Z shape, as we can see here. So this is D. This is what? H. Now, what can we say about this? We say that angle D should be equal to angle H, and that is what we call alternate angles. So alternate angles are equal, all right? Alternate angles are equal, which means these two angles alternate. When we look at this diagram, we can also form a Z shape. That is, we look at C and we look at J. So the same way, we can also say C should be equal to J. And we can also say that the angles there also alternate. Now, let us also look at this portion here. That is this line and this line, which are also parallel. The same Z shape, we can see it here. All right, the same Z shape. So we can say this angle here and this angle here also alternate. So we can say K should be equal to what? E. Nicely. The same way, when we come to this side, we can say this angle and this angle alternate. So we can also say I should be equal to F. And we call these angles alternate angles. All right, when we come here to, all right, we can also say that we can have what we call co-interior angles, all right? That is our angle K and angle what? F, all right? So here too, we can say that our K plus F should give us 180 degrees, which we can also say that when we sum two co-interior angles, they must give us what? 180. The same as angle I plus angle E should give us 180 degrees. And we call it co-interior angles, all right? The summation of two co-interior angles will give us 180 degrees. All right, let us look at our angle A, all right, and angle G. Now, when we look at angle A and G formation, we are having something like this, all right? We are having something like this, where our A is here and our G is here, nicely. And this line and this line are parallel. Now, what can we say about this diagram? We can say that our A should be equal to G, and that is what we call corresponding angles, all right? Corresponding angles are equal, all right? The same way we can talk about B and what? H. So here too we can say B should be equal to H. And we say these angles do what? Correspond. Now, there are some instances where we can have our line that is parallel, but we are going to have more shape, more M shape here. Let's look at this, all right? Something like this, where this line and this line are parallel. If you have a diagram like this, all right, first of all, before you can get your alternate angles or co-interior angles or corresponding angles, with this point of intersections here, which give you a V shape, you take a line to pass through them nicely, all right, before you can get your alternate angles and corresponding angles, something like this. Then here, these lines are parallel to these lines, as you can see. So this angle will alternate to this angle. This angle too will alternate to this angle. And this angle will alternate to this angle. And this angle will alternate to this angle. So here we can use alternate angles, and also we can use co-interior angles to answer diagrams of this nature. All right. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. Thank you. The properties that we study, let's see how we can use it to answer these questions on the board. In our next meeting, we are going to solve some of these questions. Thank you.